Ever walk out of conversation thinking you could have done better?
Oh, yeah.
Like left something on the table.
All the time.
You're not alone.
Nope.
Today, we're doing a deep dive into negotiation and persuasion, real-world tactics to help you get what you want.
Love it.
Our source material is a 20-page guide for beginners.
Awesome.
And you can find a link to it over on our Patreon page.
Nice.
So many people think negotiation's this.
Yeah.
Cutthroat, winner-take-all game.
Right.
But that's not what this is about at all.
No.
It's not about strong-arming somebody into submission.
Nope.
It's about finding a solution that works for everybody.
Everybody wins.
Exactly.
I like that.
And the guide, it really kind of it emphasizes, I think, the fear factor.
Okay.
We tend to view negotiation as this really scary, high-stakes event.
Totally.
But what if we could change that?
Okay.
Like, what if we could see it more as a collaborative problem-solving session?
I love that.
That's the kind of approach that this guide takes.
Makes sense.
And that's where preparation comes in.
Right.
It's like having a roadmap before you set out on a journey.
Yeah.
You wouldn't just, like, hop in your car and start driving with no destination in mind.
Right.
Would you?
Not at all.
Definitely not.
No way.
I'm the kind of person who overpacks for every trip, you know?
Oh, really?
Like, I got to be prepared.
I can relate to that.
Yeah, I'm a planner.
Yeah.
And same with negotiation.
Yeah, okay.
Before you even start,
you
need to define your goals.
Right.
So what do I want to achieve? What's, like, my dream outcome?
Yep, that's the starting point. But there's more to it.
Okay.
You got to think about your realistic goal, too. What would make you happy.
Okay.
And then, super important, what's your walkaway point?
Ooh. Like the bottom line.
Exactly.
Yeah. When do you say enough's enough?
What's that minimum you'll accept?
Got it.
Before you just call it quits.
So it's like plan A, plan B, and knowing when to fold them.
I love that.
Keeps you focused and prevents you from making, you know, impulsive decisions in the heat of the moment.
Heat of the moment. That's where it gets tricky.
Right.
For sure.
Have you ever been in like a situation where you're arguing about something.
Yeah.
But you don't even know why it's important.
Oh, yeah. All the time.
To the other person.
Yeah.
It's like, what are we even doing here?
Exactly.
Yeah, those frustrating conversations.
It's the worst.
Like when you're at a flea market.
Okay.
Haggling.
Yeah.
And they just won't budge on the price.
Oh, I know that feeling.
You know?
For sure.
And that's where I think this guide's distinction.
Yeah.
Between
what?
Positions and interests comes in.
Positions and interests. Okay.
So think of positions like the stated demands.
Okay.
I want this antique teapot for $10.
Okay. That's the position.
Interests, though, are the reasons behind them.
Okay. The why.
The why.
Got it.
Maybe the seller needs a certain amount to cover their expenses.
Right. Makes sense.
Or the teapot has sentimental value.
Oh.
So it's not just about the what. It's about understanding the why.
The why.
And your position.
Okay.
And sometimes what seems like an unreasonable demand could have a perfectly valid reason behind it.
I can see that.
If you dig a little deeper.
Exactly. That's what the guide's all about. Yeah. It encourages you to dig deeper, ask why.
Why?
Multiple times to uncover those hidden motivations.
Okay.
Like peeling back the layers of an onion.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Right.
Let's say you're dealing with a client who's pushing back on a project dedeadline.
Oh, I've been there.
Yeah.
It happens all the time.
Instead of getting frustrated, try to understand their perspective.
Okay.
Maybe they're short-staffed.
Yeah, could be.
Or they're dealing with unexpected challenges on another project.
Right. Totally.
Once you understand their interests, you can start brainstorming solutions that address both of your needs.
Yeah, makes sense.
So it's less about winning and losing, more about finding
what?
Common ground.
Common ground, yeah.
Turning a potential conflict into a collaborative effort.
Beautifully put.
Thank you.
And that brings us to another crucial element highlighted in the guide.
All right.
Active listening.
Active listening.
Not just hearing the words, but truly understanding the message.
So paying attention to verbal and non-verbal cues, asking clarifying questions, reflecting back what you've heard, making sure you're on the same page.
All of that.
It's like saying,
yeah.
Okay, I'm hearing you. You're concerned about X because of Y.
Right.
Let's see if we can find a solution that addresses both of our needs.
Yeah, that's a great example.
So you're not just waiting for your turn to talk.
No.
You're genuinely trying to understand their perspective.
That's key.
And that can make a huge difference.
I agree.
In building trust and rapport.
Absolutely.
Which are essential.
Essential for what?
For any successful negotiation.
Couldn't agree more.
This is all coming down to empathy.
Empathy, yeah.
Putting yourself in the other person's shoes and trying to see it from their point of view.
Their point of view, yeah.
And empathy is not just about being nice.
No.
It's a strategic advantage.
I like that.
When you understand the other person's motivations and concerns, you can tailor your arguments, your proposals, in a way that resonates with them on a deeper level.
Deeper level, that's the key.
This is making so much sense.
I'm glad to hear that.
I feel like you're giving me the keys to unlock a whole new level of communication skills.
That's what we're going for.
Yeah?
We've only scratched the surface.
Oh, really?
So much more to explore in this guide.
Okay.
But for now, let's just take a moment to let this all sink in.
Okay.
What stands out to you so far? What's most intriguing?
That's a good question.
Yeah. This guide really emphasizes the human side of negotiation.
I agree.
It's not all logic and strategy.
Right.
You got to connect with the other person on an emotional level.
Totally. I've always believed in building relationships.
Me too.
It makes things so much easier.
Yeah.
When there's like mutual trust and respect.
For sure. And you know, one way to build that connection.
How?
Storytelling.
Oh, storytelling.
The power of a good story.
we should be like telling tales of adventure.
Haha, not exactly.
Okay.
But the guide does suggest using storytelling as a way to like engage the other person's emotions and make your proposal more memorable.
So instead of just throwing facts and figures at them, you paint a picture they can connect with.
Exactly. On a personal level.
Think about it. What's more persuasive? A dry presentation about some software program or a story about how that software helped a business owner increase their profits and spend more time with their family?
The story, for sure.
Right.
It's the emotions, the aspirations, that happy ending.
Exactly. Speaking of happy endings, the guide also talks about framing and anchoring. Remember that analogy we used earlier?
Oh, with the anchor?
The anchor, yeah. Setting the reference point.
In a negotiation, the first numbers mentioned, or key points, those are your anchors.
Okay.
They kind of subtly influence how the other person sees things.
So if I'm selling something, I might start with a higher price that I'm actually willing to accept.
Right.
Just to set that anchor in their mind.
It's not about being deceptive. It's about like strategically setting expectations.
I see.
If you start low, you might be leaving money on the table.
Right.
But if you start reasonable but optimistic, you're more likely to reach an agreement that works for you.
It's like a game of strategy.
I like that.
But instead of moving pieces, you're shipping their perception of value.
Exactly.
Fascinating.
And that's just one technique.
Oh, there's more.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
The guide also talks about reciprocity.
Reciprocity, isn't that? Like returning favors?
Basically, yeah.
Right. It's a human thing.
Yeah.
Someone does something nice for us. Yeah. We want to do something nice for them.
Right. So I make a concession during a negotiation. I'm more likely to get one back.
Exactly. It's a give and take. The guide suggests don't just give concessions away. Tie them to something you want. For example, you could say, I'm willing to agree to a shorter payment term. If you can increase the order size.
So both sides get something.
Exactly.
You win-win.
That's what we want.
Right.
In any negotiation.
Yeah.
A mutually beneficial outcome.
Makes sense. But not every negotiation is. Like a smooth waltz.
Right.
Sometimes you get those. Like difficult counterparts.
Oh, yeah.
Aggressive. Unreasonable. Stubborn.
The worst.
How do you handle those?
The guide has some tips.
For
those tricky situations.
Oh, right.
Key is to stay calm. Focused.
Maintain your composure.
Easier said than done.
I know, right?
Especially when they're breathing fire down your neck.
For sure.
Any practical tips for, keeping my cool under pressure?
The guide suggests active listening. even when they're being difficult.
Okay.
Don't get defensive.
Mm-hmm.
Don't mirror their behavior.
Right.
Try to understand their frustration.
Okay.
Acknowledge their feelings.
Got it.
Even if you don't agree with them.
So instead of saying calm down,
right.
you say, I understand you're frustrated.
Yeah.
Let's see if we can address your concerns.
Exactly.
You're disarming them with empathy.
I like that.
Instead of fire with fire,
yeah.
You're dousing the flames with understanding.
Beautiful. And if they keep being disruptive or disrespectful, set boundaries.
Okay.
Politely but firmly.
Got it.
And be prepared to walk away.
So you don't have to tolerate bad behavior.
Exactly.
Even to close a deal.
Right. Your self-respect is important.
Right. Absolutely.
And speaking of ethics,
yeah,
this guide really emphasizes transparency and honesty.
So no sneaky tactics.
No sneaky tactics.
Oh,
Ethical persuasion is about trust.
Yeah.
Long-term relationships. Not about winning at all costs.
It's about integrity.
Exactly.
Being true to your values.
Yeah.
Treating the other party with respect. Even when things get tough.
Right. And you know what?
What?
This ethical approach, it's not just morally right.
Okay.
It's good for business.
How so?
When you're known for honesty and fairness, you build a reputation that attracts loyal clients.
I like that saying.
What saying?
A good reputation is more valuable than money.
That's a good one. And building that reputation starts with how we negotiate.
Right.
Showing our integrity.
Even when no one's watching.
Exactly.
I love that this guide focuses on ethics.
Me too.
It's a nice change from that win-at-all-costs mentality.
Right. It's important to remember.
What's that?
Negotiation skills aren't just for high-powered execs or salespeople. They're essential life skills.
For everyone.
Exactly.
They can benefit us in all our interactions.
From family disagreements to conflicts at work.
It's not just about boardrooms and contracts.
No, it's about everyday life.
This guide's got so much good info.
I know, right?
I'm learning something new on every page.
Me too. And we're just getting warmed up.
Really?
There's so much more to uncover.
Wow.
But before we move on, I'm curious, what's resonating with you the most?
Okay.
What's been the most surprising or insightful?
Let me think. I'm really struck by how this guide kind of changes how we think about winning.
Oh, yeah.
It's not about crushing the other side or getting everything you want.
It's not a battle.
Exactly.
It's about finding that solution that creates value for everybody.
That's what I'm talking about.
It all ties into this concept. Okay.
That might seem a little counterintuitive.
Ooh, I like a good paradox.
Haha. We'll get ready for this.
Okay.
The guide encourages us to embrace the possibility.
Of what?
Of a no-deal scenario.
Wait, hold on.
Yeah.
We've spent all this time learning how to persuade people. How to build rapport.
Right.
Find common ground.
Yeah.
Now you're saying it's okay to walk away empty-handed.
It's not about aiming for a no deal.
Okay.
It's about recognizing it's always a possibility.
Right.
And being comfortable with that.
Okay.
In fact, being willing to walk away can actually make you a stronger negotiator.
Interesting. How so?
It's like having a secret weapon.
Okay.
That you never want to use.
Right.
But knowing it's there
Yeah.
gives you confidence and power.
I see. It changes your mindset.
Exactly.
When you're not afraid to walk away, you're less likely to make concessions.
Right.
You don't have to settle.
You're negotiating from strength.
Not desperation. Exactly. It's about knowing your worth and not compromising your values.
To close a deal.
And that's where your BTNA comes in.
BTNA.
Best alternative to a negotiated agreement.
Oh, right. The backup plan.
Exactly.
If this doesn't work out, what are my other options?
Before you even start negotiating, define your BTNA.
Okay.
What's your next best move?
Got it.
Do you have another job offer?
Okay.
Can you walk away and find a better deal?
So having a strong BTNA gives you the confidence to walk away.
Exactly.
If it's not meeting your needs.
You're not pressured to accept just anything.
It's like a safety net.
I like that.
Lets you set boundaries and negotiate for what you deserve.
Exactly. It empowers you.
This is really clicking for me.
I'm glad to hear that.
It's about shifting that power dynamic from feeling like you need this deal to knowing you have options.
That's a powerful shift.
It changes everything.
It allows you to approach the negotiation.
Yeah, with calm, clarity, and confidence.
It's like the difference between playing defense and playing offense.
Oh, I like that.
When you have a strong BATNA, You can go after what you want.
Without fear.
Exactly.
And the guide reminds us
of what?
Negotiation is a lifelong process.
We never stop learning.
Right.
It's about constantly refining your skills.
Seeking feedback.
Yeah.
Learning from your experiences.
We're all works in progress.
That's the beauty of it.
Always growing and improving.
And these skills, they're transferable.
To other parts of life.
To almost every aspect.
So it's not just about boardrooms and contracts.
No.
It's about everyday interactions, family disagreements, conflicts at work.
Negotiating a better price on a car.
Persuading your kids to eat their vegetables.
All of it.
It's about that collaborative mindset.
Understanding the other person.
Finding solutions that benefit everyone.
And the more we practice, the more natural it becomes. Until it's just how we communicate.
I love that.
I feel so empowered after this deep dive.
Me too. It's been a real eye-opener.
It's giving me a whole new toolkit.
I'm so glad to hear that. This guide has shown us.
Yeah.
Negotiation isn't about manipulation or aggression.
It's about something else.
It's about clear communication, empathy, and finding those win-win solutions.
And that's the right tools and mindset. We can all become better negotiators.
Absolutely.
More confident, more effective, and more ethical.
So go out there and practice.
Put these principles to work.
You might be surprised what you can achieve.
And that's a wrap.
That's it for today.
On our deep dive into negotiation and persuasion.
We had a lot of fun with this one.
If you want to check out that full 20-page guide,
the one we talked about,
you can find the link on our Patreon page.
It's packed with even more info and examples.
And as always, we love hearing from you.
Leave us a comment.
Let us know what you found insightful.
Or what negotiation challenges you're facing.
We might even tackle them in future deep dives.
That's right.
Thanks for joining us.
And until next time,
happy negotiating. Thanks for being a listener. Click the card above to explore our playlist and find more episodes. And hey, if you really appreciate our work and want to help us keep creating awesome content, you can find us on Patreon. That's patreon.com/McAllister. Or if you just want to buy us a coffee, head over to buymecoffee.com/Jamie McAllister. All content, copyright Jamie McAllister.